There are 4,218 PS2 games, and I'm beating every one of them. I've got to own the game because I'm playing everything on the original hardware, but I've beefed it up with a RetroTink 5X, some component cables, and more to come soon. Can I do this before I die of old age? I hope so. Strawberry Shortcake, the Sweet Dreams game, was developed by EKO Software and released in the US October of 2006. It received low scores from very few because it went under the radar for most, and sadly, there's very little else about this game online. Can I beat this sweet little kids game? Strawberry Shortcake is a very simple kids game that took about 2.5 hours to beat, so let's just get through the journey of this video nice and quickly here. The aim of the game is to walk forward and pick things up, like keys and what I assume is fruits or candies. I can't remember what it was, but once you pick up the keys, you go through the gates. The whole point of the game is that Strawberry Shortcake's friends, some of them at least, can't dream anymore. And because of that, she must go to Dream World and create new dreams for her friends, while being kind of stopped by the two bad guys, which you never see them. They're just not here. They just put things in your way, like these gates, and they say, oh my god, they put sour grapes, that's one of the guys' names, sour grapes, put this fence in your way, get the key, and that's it. That's it. So the game is very simplistic. This is a kid's game at heart. So as an adult, I gave this an E on my tier list because, you know, it's not that interesting of a game. There's no challenge. About the only cool thing you can do is use one of her abilities, like one of her 3 abilities, to jump and then land in some prickers that, instead of killing you, just push you out of them and do damage to you. But if you jump and then turn around and land on them, they will push you backwards and you can kind of scoot yourself through some sections of the game. Not that you can skip a lot of stuff, but it's kind of cool to do, you know, it like makes you move faster than walking. But it's just not very often you do something like that. So it's walk forward, pick this stuff up, and you don't even need to pick up the little candies or the fruits. You just pick up the keys to progress forward. There are a couple abilities you can cycle through, like the magic wand and the flower pot can thing that makes things grow, and you can also fly for a little bit with some wings. It's nothing too difficult, so, you know, as a kid's game, you'd want it to not be difficult. The one thing I think in this game that's a little weird is there's a couple times where you have to double back. Now, as a kid's game, I think the main focus for such a young kid's game is to just let them go forward, always progressing forward. I mean, even games like KO the Kangaroo, once you get into the levels, you progress forward practically the whole time. And that's not even considered a little kid's game. That would just be considered, you know, like I played as an adult and it was fun, but you never really doubled back or went past an objective and came back to the objective later. And I think for a kid's game, the main focus is for kids to understand the buttons they're pressing, what they're seeing on screen, but doubling back should be something they learn later. Like my 5-year-old is playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and that's perfect for him to learn doubling back on things like in dungeons or in outworld areas, and that's great. But if I wanted him to play a simple game where he could just sit down and push forward, this would be the type of game you'd go for, but this isn't the case here, so it's kind of weird. The environments are colorful, of course. You're in the dream world areas, which means that they all have this dreamlike state to them, except for the factory, which, I mean, kind of looks dreamy, but I don't know, it's fine. The whole game itself is just an okay kid's game, but it's just not like, I don't know. I mean, if you like Strawberry Shortcake or if it's a very young child, then they will probably like it. But as an adult, I do not recommend playing it. It's slow, it's unfun, and when you beat it, you're just like, wow, it's done. You do get to ride your ship, though, through the air, and really the only thing you need to do is make it through. As far as I can tell, there's no way for you to fail this, and if you do, it just starts you back over. So just fly forward. I picked up a bunch of candy fruit things, and then it lets you choose your direction, I guess? I don't know, man. It's fine. When we get to the very end of the game, it ends very quickly. I mean, I pressed start on accident, but she just gives her friend a present with new dreams in it, and that's it. That's it. So the game is over. Strawberry Shortcake is done. Game number 93 is over. And as interesting as it is in this challenge to play games, these games are definitely the ones that are going to take 2-3 hours and they're going to be boring. It's mostly me talking with chat and making fun of the game and maybe trying some silly stuff. And then we hit the end. So, thank you so much for watching. It's a very short video, mostly because it was a kid's game. There's nothing to it, man. A couple powers and walking forward. Thank you to everyone who's watched the video this far, or who is even interested enough to watch it. Thank you for everyone on the stream keeping me company and not letting me go insane for playing Strawberry Shortcake. Thank you to all the membership holders for YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. Thank you so much. It makes these games possible to play. And thank you for the whole channel, to everyone, anyone who ever comes in here and sees this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This challenge has been so much fun, even if the game is bad. I just can't wait to play the next game. So video number 94 will be coming soon. Later.